record. All right, welcome everybody. What's up? Today I'm just here to discuss some 7.29. We're gonna discuss the patch. I'm here with my boy Neph. He's in a suit eating some pizza. Capture this image because this is truly the best that you're gonna get in terms of Dota coverage.
Yeah, melted down to its purest element.
All right, Neph. 7.29 came out. Big changes. Ice Frog doing big things. He's reverting back a lot of things. He's getting rid of movement speed. Too much movement speed in the game. He says no, none of that. Too much mobility. No, none of that. Too much volatility mid. None of that. All right, where do we start? Let's begin at the mid lane. Mid laners now, when they come in, they have Water Rune at minute 2 on both sides that restores bottle. 2 charges of bottle. Then they have their Bounty Rune at minute 3. Then another set of Water Runes at minute 4. And then Bounty Runes at minute 6. Neph, what happened? Is mid lane still punishable? Is there even a point trying to get solo kills in mid lane when you have this many, I guess, safety nets? You could say there's such a small window for anyone to do anything punishing in mid lane. How do you think these changes affect the metagame so far, and how the pro scene's doing it?
It's very punishable. I wanted to do one small correction and make fun of you on your own podcast. We're
Sure.
on 7.29B now.
All right, my guy. Yeah, all right, we're on 7.29B. Steam was broken for like 20 minutes.
No, wait, that was a couple days ago. We're on 7.29.
Oh, I know. I just meant like there was this whole thing.
Yeah.
There's a whole
thing. We got bigger
thing.
flags now.
We got bigger. All right, Pog. We truly got what we wanted from Valve.
We're in a blessed timeline right now. Next compendium coming out, $400 million price.
Do you have any information on when the battle pass is coming out? When am I losing money, Neph? Give me some sort of time frame here.
Probably the next month.
Yeah. Okay.
We recently saw there was a call to arms about workshop artists. That means Valve, they don't want to do work. Someone else is going to have to do some work. They'll be paid very well. But
do call to arms artists get paid, or is that like a community?
They get. I think they get commissions.
Okay, that's something.
Yeah.
How much that is a whole other thing, though. But yeah, that's something. Anyway, mid lane, punishable. Continue.
Punishable. Right. That's what we were talking about here. The people want mechanics. People want to hear gameplay.
Sure.
You obviously still want heroes that are better at grabbing the runes. You'll see a lot more rotation from your supports right now. So I think some people haven't really gotten used to it, and some good teams will deny you from getting either of the water in. So it'll be playing against something like a puck mid, a clockwork will rotate, and they'll grab the water rune on one side with the clockwork. On the other side, the puck will throw out a illusionary orb, and you won't be able to catch it and grab it, so you lose both runes. On top of that, people shove in the lanes much faster now, and it makes you more powerful in mid. At that 2-minute mark, there wasn't runes before. Now there's water runes. Somebody who has an AoE ability who's able to shove in the lane will force you to choose between going to get the water rune or missing out on half a wave of XP.
Fair,
which feels awful. So some people are better at fighting mid, and I think heroes that are better at spamming in waves are more powerful than ever because it kind of snowballs the effect of
I see
how strong they are. Yeah, and people could spam way more spells. Shadow Fiend was really good for a little while, but then they nerfed it, so you only got 2 bottle charges from those water runes in a sub patch, which wasn't 7.29B. It was like 7.29, not quite.
It didn't even say A. It was just like, hey, gameplay update. Gameplay update. By the way, these things are too. Dude, okay, wait. So we skipped to B without A, huh? I actually forgot. Yeah, because I was looking at the Dota 2 website yesterday. It was like 7.29, 7.29B. There is no A. Deal with it, guys. Okay, so you think so? It's okay. So I think what you were saying is that wave clear mid laners are definitely
someone has taken over his body, and they forgot to do the A.
Ice Frog was never real, dude. Don't worry. Ice Frog was just the friends that we made along the way.
I've never seen him. He's not real.
He's not real. All right. So, what have you seen in like Procast so far? Is it still just a lot of Puck, Shadow Fiend?
Not Shadow Fiend anymore.
No, really? Why not? I felt like
He's still Shadow Fiend.
True.
You pick him if you disrespect your opponents.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Do
What
you
have you
see
been-
serious stuff?
What have you been seeing lately? Is it just a bunch? I guess it's a bunch of spirits. I guess spirits are pretty decent.
Spirits are just as popular as excuse me, the pizza. Spirits are just as popular as they ever were. You need somebody who's able to catch to start fights. Leshrac has got a little bit more popular.
Oh,
The lightning
Leshrac,
storm
right.
change. Yeah. He just lightning storm comes out a little bit faster. It's reminiscent of when his ultimate dropped a lightning storm every so often. Dragon Knight's been seeing a little bit more play, getting on top of people, hitting people with his stun. A lot of the same. Certain heroes have been coming back. Tiny's a big one.
Tiny for sure. So do you think like this whole carry Tiny thing? I feel like it's better mid. I don't think it's a carry. I feel like Tiny nowadays is more of a mid laner. You can kind of shove waves with your combo or with the tree grab. The permanent tree grab at some point just lets you scale better. I think if you play it as a 1, I saw Artor play it as a 1 in that EG game against 2-based, I think. And it was 2-based.
Okay.
The cut, right? The cut was against the cut. Yeah. And he was like farming decently well, but it wasn't like it wasn't comparable to any other carries. I think traditional carries that you would put. So I don't know if there's that much of a.
I saw
argument.
Tiny in a game in China, and it was absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Made that hero look incredibly broken. I think some people have been practicing it and they're very good with it. Other people they're not used to it just yet.
I'm really down to practice some Tiny. I love me some Tiny.
Yeah.
Okay.
My opinion on that one, closing thoughts on Tiny is his Aegon Scepter used to be the tree grab permanent. Back when it wasn't in ability, it cost 4,200 gold. Now it costs 1,400 gold.
Yeah. I think the tree grab permanent is huge. Okay. What else did I want to say? Okay, so mid laners aren't getting punished. Okay, mobility. Now it's time to talk about mobility. Something quite interesting. I felt like I do feel like right before 7.29, it felt like Dota felt very overtuned in that there was just a lot of stuff that felt broken, which is normal for Dota. I feel like that's like the slogan for Dota. Everything's broken. But I felt like in 7.2 at the last legs of 7.28, it was just crazy how much just stuff, whether it was CC, mobility, really strong spells, really long disables, just a lot of stuff going on, right? And I'm mid Wind Rangers just dominating every other game, running around trying to kill me.
Yeah. That one's been nerfed as well. It goes back to when we're talking movement speed, map changes, etc.
Yeah.
That I think that did need to happen. The movement speed changes, a bunch of the heroes going over the cap, it felt ridiculous. Not only could they run you down, but they ran you down faster.
And then they would run away faster too, and you could never catch them, and there's no point.
Yeah, the multiple charges of Wind Run on Wind Rangers, you get boots of travel, you moving around with 800 speed. The amount of outplays you could do with that was ridiculous. It's not like 2 charges of Wind Run is bad either. It gives you 100% evasion. It didn't need to be that strong.
Dude, I can't lie. Like, Death solo carried an entire game in a major with Wind Ranger against Team Secret of all people. Because the rest of the game was not going very well. That Wind Ranger carried the entire game. What?
Are you a Secret fan?
A little bit, yeah. I like Puppy.
You like Puppy, yeah.
I like Puppy.
You tried to... Well, you've made that argument a couple of times to talk about that. You think the Puppy's the greatest of all time.
I think Puppy's the GOAT. Yeah, that's my argument. I stand by that. I love my man. Do you have a GOAT? Who's your GOAT?
I used to, not anymore. I don't believe in nobody.
That's fair.
I used to believe in Owie.
Oh, you gotta give me reasoning for that. Why Owie?
Why Owie? I'm a position 4 player. Owie is the position 4 god.
That's fair.
Him and FY.
I see you. Yeah, okay. FY, I agree. FY was is definitely a god. I love FY.
FY is still a god.
FY is still a god. It's insane. Still a god. Aoi is casting god now.
Yeah,
he's casting god.
A bit more, but he left cat jammers. It was all on him. I'm a big believer in hard work, bootstraps, all of that kind of stuff.
Blue collar mentality, eat pizza in a suit. Hell yeah, brother. Keep going now. Okay, I do think one of the larger changes that I felt was honestly I always felt this was kind of overtuned. Abyssal not blinking anymore, I think is very fair. I think this is how it should have been. Why the fuck did that thing give you a blink? I have no idea how. Like a BKB piercing stun that like, any carry can have and just blinks them right on top of you just seemed insane and was always insane.
Yeah, it was too good on too many heroes. Movement speed nerves are slow, so they just felt kind of useless in the late game against carriers because they'd build their blink daggers anyway. Made worse by the fact they had upgraded blinks towards the end of the last patch. Like people are going to build Swift Blink is like their end game eventually, anyways. So they get 2 blinks on their kit, and it's not like they give up any sort of power for that kind of mobility. And shit, I come from an age where you need to have your own slot for a fucking town portal scroll. You tell me you have your own town portal scroll slot. You don't even need to carry boots because you got fucking spider legs in your battle fury carry to move around, whatever. Fucking free movement speed item. You have 4 slots, do whatever the hell you want with. Oh yeah, 2 of them. Oh shit, I'm dying here. Fucking Abyssal Blade, 650 range jump, and then Swift Blade go over max movement speed. Why not? Who cares? Who knows what's going on anymore?
That's a spicy cannoli right there. That was Dota for a while. Dude, that's what I mean. Like, I felt like everything was so overtuned. Like, people were just doing everything, dude. Like, people were just running around. Like, honestly, a lot of it is just, like, I fucking hate playing against Wind Ranger, dude. And just, like, I don't know. Also, like, I play Phoenix a lot. Like, I do nothing to that hero. Like, I do absolutely nothing. I egg, she just presses E dips. It's like...
Can I go off topic for a second?
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
One of those posters you have in the background.
Okay. Wait, we have PA Arcana, obviously, right? This is a Smash Melee poster. That is my friend's artwork that she printed, so I gotta support the homies. That's my roommate's art. And that's my bong. That's pretty much it.
Keeping it 100, I see.
That's a box of that's a Nike shoe box. That's pretty much it. Yeah, and a bunch of books and games that I don't actually play. Like I have a bunch of like PS4 games like right here, and I like don't touch my PS4 anymore. So they're just really there for the aesthetic. It's kind of working though. I'm digging it.
The reason, same way I own books, I don't actually look at them.
Yeah, dude. I have like books here. I'm like, yes, I'm cultured and smart, and I graduated university with a degree. Paul. Hopefully, I read those books. Okay, mobility was crazy. Okay, you brought up spider legs, and I'm gonna go off on another tangent now.
Fucking get him, Kenny.
This is my hot take, and I was actually gonna write this as an article, but I don't know. We'll talk about this a little bit and keep it on the down low, and maybe I can still write it as an article and make money. I think of all the changes that Dota has gone through for a long time, even ever since 7.0 all the way now to 7.29, I think the most controversial and weirdest thing that I never really understood is neutral items.
Yes.
That aspect of the game still doesn't make much sense to me in a game design sense. The fact that you can, like, you're just kind of, okay, first you go through this whole thing where it's like, hey, there's 60 extra items in the game. You're like, okay, sick. Why? And they're like, just because. And they spawn from jungle camps at specific minute times. Like, okay, sick. And there's a pool, and you only get 4. Okay, like, sure.
And also, they're random each game.
Yeah, and then they're random each... Like, I don't know. It just... I felt like there's too many times where... Like, I think tier 1s and tier 2s are fine to a certain extent. I think they're way more balanced now. They're more okay, I guess. I don't know. And Possessed Mass is still kind of crazy to me, but anyway. Tier 1 and tier 2s feel okay to me. But the moment we hit tier 3 territory, where the coin flip essentially a lot of the time is, hey, did you get spider legs, bro? Did you get spider legs? Did you not get... Oh, you didn't get spider legs? Ah, tough, bro. Tough! I have extra mobility and I can go through cliffs and you can't.
Yeah, did you get Titan Sliver on your
carry? Did you get Titan Sliver?
No extra stashes. It's a real shame.
Real shame what I'm about to you in the next team fight when I get Titan Sliver and spider legs and you get... Like, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. What are even the rest of the neutralized? I actually don't remember sometimes. Like, okay, you get, like... you get fucking Psychic Headband and I get spider legs.
Depends on the game. You get the cast range, the Psychic Headband. Cast range is another thing we haven't gotten into yet.
Yeah. We'll definitely discuss this after. But if we like, I don't know. I just think it's like one of the. I don't like it. Like I don't know why it's in the game.
Spider Legs win too many games.
Yeah.
Just on its own from being Spider Legs and existing.
And I think part of the issue with me is that they're like, I think it would make more sense if these items were balanced such that they were supplemental items. Like, I think the idea that, like, you have this extra item slot that you get as random, but I think they should be weaker than the items that you can get at that X point in the game, if that makes sense. Like, I think that if you hit tier 4 and like I don't know, look at tier like and I think the issue is that from the moment tier 3 starts, from that barrier begins, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, the items get increasingly more broken each time, and they affect the game way more, right? The variability in every game increases so much more as you hit those tiers, and by the time you hit tier 5, I get it, like late game Dota is supposed to be a shit show, it's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be unpredictable, but like, dude, if I get Book of Shadows and you get Fallen Sky, is there really even an argument or a discussion as to like who's doing what this game? Like, who is winning this game?
It depends what heroes you have, I would say, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like, I don't know. What are your opinions on Neutral Items? That was my small rant.
They're shit.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I'm not a fan. You know, one good way to deal with it is to make like neutral items a worse version of an item that can exist in a game, or make all of them also purchasable.
I like that, yeah. I think that's like the one thing that like I just like Apex, like they just shift the game in such different ways, you know, because you have like, again, you have like Fallen Sky, Mirror Shield, Apex, to a certain extent Party. Why does Pirate Hat spawn a bounty rune every like? Why that? Like, for what? You know, why is that there? For what reason? Anyway, I just don't like neutral items, man.
You know why
piss me off.
Did that? I can tell you.
Okay.
Why it spawns a bounty rune? Because Pirate Hat originally created a bounty rune some point between you and the person you killed. But that one didn't work. Half the time the bounty rune just wouldn't spawn. So,
okay.
I guess we'll use a mechanic that already exists and works. Shovel. Let's go with that.
We're just gonna shovel a bounty rune on the ground, confirmed. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It like bugs, like everything else. I think everything else Valve has done. The Ag Scepter changes, the Shard changes, the way they change the map, adding a Shard. Like, I like Shard and I like Ags. I think Talent Trees are also great. I think all of those make sense and they're balanceable, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Neutral items just makes it feel like it goes out the window. I'm also glad Royal Jelly is gone, because I think the item was crazy. Like, you can just give your I think, you know, mana regen is probably one of the most, like, when you convert it to gold, it's the most it's the least efficient. I guess you need to pay the most gold to get more mana regen, and the fact that you can just drop it from Royal Jelly and just casually give it to 2 of your teammates just seems kind of insane to me.
Yeah, I think Abed would have done a lot worse in the Storm Spirit at the Major if he didn't get so many Royal Jelly drops.
Facts. I agree with that. Okay, you brought something up that we were supposed to go through next. Cast range, yes. Yeah, give me your thoughts on like the overall reduction of cast range, and you know, I think the cast range goes with this whole mobility thing, the whole thing where it's like everything was super overtuned last patch, and now he's really, I guess he or she, Ice Frog, is trying to reduce all of this, like the brokenness that you feel in the game, and I think cast range is definitely part of that.
Ice Frog is P with a capital H, just to correct.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I didn't want to assume his gender. I'm not trying to be that guy, you know.
He's a god. So.
A god, sure. Yeah, he can be any gender he wants.
Yeah,
just like everybody else, to be honest. Anyway, egregious. Like, what are some of the good cast? Do you have any cast range changes that stick out in your mind that you like?
Yes. Lion Shadow Shaman. I mean, I had as much fun as everybody else did being able to shackle someone from 2,000 range.
Yep.
You know, it's very funny
with the shard.
You're giving it out rather than receiving it. But the moment you start receiving it, you think, how what's the cooldown of this? How long does this here now? This is my Dota.
The downtime is literally like almost nothing, and he can grab you with the shard from like a screen away.
Yeah. So they reduced the cast range bonus of the shard partway through the patch. They reduced that one by 50. Then in 7.29, they took 50 range off Aetherlands. They got rid of almost every cast range challenge inside the game. I feel like that was necessary. They would just jump forward, very far forward from the rest of the team, hex you initially, which had 0 cast point. No travel time on the spell. Hex, very cool ability.
Very cool.
Be there for 5 seconds.
Very interactive.
Yeah. So if it's like with two people going on top of each other, they have roughly the same reaction time. They'll always win on Shadow Shaman. Plus, he's got that kind of range to work with. What the fuck? Where's the outplay there?
There's no outplay.
Well, I'll tell you, there is no
No, that's the point. It's so stupid. That's why you're so busted at some point.
Well, that's one of the major differences between League and Dota. I feel like League, there's a lot of room for outplay and shit like that. In Dota, someone can jump on you from 2 screens away and you're already fucking disabled.
Dude, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think that's like, to me, what, like, I think for a lot of people it's like skill expression, but to me as a lifelong Dota player, it's like tilting. Because you have this thing where it's like, okay, you have this 3v1 situation that should just go right. It's like everything should work in your favor. And like if you just miss a few skill shots, just like everything goes fucking wrong. I'm like, god damn it, dude.
In League?
Yeah. Sometimes I just like to return to Monkey and then just press my Venge stun, and then the guy gets stunned and we have good pickoff. Very nice. I like it. Yes.
I like to return to Monkey as well. Something comforting about things just working.
Things just working? Yes, just working and not just missing. Beautiful. We love to see it. And like, I think the way that like...
Did you watch the cut versus EG versus things not working?
I watched the cut versus EG. I watched all of it, but...
the top lane?
No, I don't think so. Give me a specific thing what you're talking about. I don't remember it.
The cut ended up missing like fucking 4 spells in a row on Arteezy.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That's rough.
Dude, I don't know, man. EG's just better. I don't know what to say. Like, they're just stacked as shit.
The cut is the lowest seed out of the upper division team, because they were the second team to come into the upper division.
Yep. From season 1. Yeah.
And EG is obviously seed number
Uno,
number 2 in the world. After that last major.
Dude, I don't know. They really...
If EG wasn't cursed, they would have won that major.
It really feels like they're just... They do outclass people at some point. It's very crazy to me. There was something else that I wanted to bring up. God damn it. Okay, anyway, let's just go on to the next topic. So we have a lot of map changes and jungle changes that has happened. I don't think I've played enough of 7.29 to really understand how these jungle changes are affected. I feel like they're a lot easier to stack, I guess. Like it's a lot more simple to me. It's still kind of jarring, to be honest. But yeah, do you have any thoughts? Because I don't, honestly, I'm trying to think of stuff, but I don't really have any thoughts yet. I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, the major jungle changes. I like how they moved towers around the map. I like how they moved outposts. I like how you can teleport to outposts 1 second faster. They're different positioning inside the jungle, along with I'm not sure if you noticed this one, but you can TP slightly further.
Yeah, it's 800 range instead of 675. I think, or something. Yeah.
That alongside with the different positioning of the outpost, makes it so it's easier to access the different points in your jungle. So it's easier to defend from that. I also like how they change around that you don't just get XP from the shrines.
I love that.
I feel like it makes it more worth it to invade the enemy jungle at random times, so they aren't able to defend their side.
I think it's also way too much of a coin flip in that, like, okay, so let's say something or the other happens and this team actually wins a team fight. The fact that you have 2 outposts now, like if you capture it like right before the 10-minute mark and you have both, that's such a huge jump, because EXP is probably the most valuable resource in the game, to be honest. It's not gold, it's EXP.
No, I know a lot of carry players who would disagree with me. I do agree.
It's EXP, dude. Everybody just wants EXP. That's the key. Stop thinking about gold.
Yeah, EXP swings are huge right now, it feels like, as well.
Did they
change the formula? I don't recall.
I think they changed something about it, but I do want to ask you something, and it's something that I've noticed purely by feeling, but a lot of other people have also mentioned. Do you, since you're a support, we're both 4 players, do you feel like when you die longer? Or do you feel like everything's been the same? I feel like I've been dying for a longer period of time. Or like, death timers are longer.
They changed things around a little bit to make it more smooth with how long you die. It used to be, obviously you die a little bit longer at the start of the game now. Level 1, if you die to neutral creeps, you die for a pretty long time. The other really big change was At 6, your death timer would go up by a lot. It was every time you had another point in your ultimate, basically. Your death timer would jump
Okay, that's
like
probably
10
one.
seconds plus upwards. Now it's a little bit more smooth. So as a support player, you feel like you're dead for a little bit longer because you don't have those same levels, but you're dead for slightly longer at earlier levels.
Okay, that does
Yeah.
make a lot of sense. Because I was like trying to look. I guess I just didn't notice the changes, but I felt like
I forget what patch. There's probably check like the Dota game wiki and look.
yeah.
Death change. Death change.
Oh, actually,
free TP scrolls. We never talked about that.
Oh, free TP scrolls. Yeah, what do you think about that?
Well, it's pretty neat. I don't like how it feels kind of like rewarding low skill. Not as punishing to low skill, which on one hand kind of.
Hey
sucks.
man, don't worry. I'm gonna be running behind. I'm gonna be cutting creep waves a lot more, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, it makes it not as bad to die as it was before.
But I was thinking about it, and it's like, isn't that on some level balanced by the fact that as a support, who I theoretically have the least to lose when I die.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do stupid shit, it feels like I do get the town portal scroll. But then, as we were talking about before, the death timers are longer. So on some level, I think he is balancing it. Like I do feel like I don't think supports can just like straight up die. I don't think that's like. I guess they have more leeway. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want to give up kills to the enemy team. XP is a little bit higher than it was.
Yeah.
Was it 2-3 patches ago where you killed a hero at level 1? You got less XP than you would for killing a creep, which is pretty funny.
I didn't know that. I didn't think about that. But yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, at level 1 you get less XP.
Holy
killing
shit!
A creep when you would kill level 1 hero. That was very stupid. But they just
that's how they do it in League, dude. Like level 1 kills give you like zero, like horrible amounts of EXP, like very little EXP, barely any change.
Yeah, I think it needs to be worth it to kill heroes. So instead of making it less worth it to kill heroes at level 1, instead they made it not as punishing for the people on the receiving end, which I think is better for a lot of players. Is from a competitive standpoint, I don't really like it. I think you should be punished for misplayers. You should be punished for deaths. You need to either spend that money on a TP scroll and be poor, fucking bootstraps, motherfucker, or walk, do the whole walk of shame back to the lane, lose a lot of time on the map.
I'm good for the walk of shame. Okay, we have. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I want to do 2 more topics, 5 minutes each, and then we'll get it done pretty quick. All right, so I do think the one thing that I really liked about the map changes was that mid now really only has access to the small camp instead of getting both the small and the medium camp kind of just right beside them. Mainly talking about Radiant. Like, I think that was a decent change. I think that, like, the fact that mid laners just, because to me, when you were losing lane, you would essentially just retreat to both those camps and just vibe and relax and just keep farming. But, like, now the fact that you have to walk a little longer and the only thing that you have to access is small camp, I think changes mid lane. He changes a lot about mid lane. I think it's really interesting.
Yeah. It felt like a lot boiled down to what happened in the mid lane, though, so it makes sense that's where everything would originate. Like you said at the beginning of the podcast, first there was mid lane, and then there was light. Beautiful ending quote.
First there was mid lane, and then there was light.
Yeah, I think they made it a little bit more balanced. Obviously on the dire side, I think it was a little bit easier to like get double stacks and move into the double stacks than it was before, which felt like fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
A lot of people wanted to choose dire because of it, and then towards the major, you'd see teams putting a lot more emphasis on trying to invade the enemy dire side at like what 6-7 minutes, because by then there'd be like 2 triple stacks right beside the mid lane for the mid laner to take.
I also think it's a little less punishing because like I felt like if the other person was winning lane really hard, they could essentially just, and they had the push. They push you in. You'd have to deal with the creep wave under tower, and they would farm both these camps, and it would just snowball really quickly. Like they would farm the other side's medium and small camp, and it'd be really difficult, or at least just a small camp.
It's a little bit harder to do that now because even the water rune changes and the 3-minute changes. You don't get to spend the time stacking those camps at that minute mark due to how everything is.
You are right.
At the 2-minute mark, you can't stack. You got to go grab your water runes. 3-minute mark, you got to go grab the bounty runes. Enemies could go and take that. 4 minutes, water runes again, motherfucker.
Interesting. You might have changed my mind on the runes. The runes make Yeah, I think now that we're discussing the overall impact of how those things have changed, it's really interesting.
Yeah, you don't think about it, but before everything was very telegraphed. You didn't have to rotate to the 4-minute mark,
Nope.
5-minute mark, same time that catapult spawn, bounty run spawn. You go and you do the
go
great
do stuff,
migration at 5 minutes. You grab your bounty run.
We all
push the tower.
congregate middle, and we go vibe. If I bonk your tower, I win. You defend, you win. Good show.
Yeah.
Let's go. 10-minute catapults, baby.
That's something Quincy Crew did a lot more.
Yeah,
than,
it's basically okay. It's 10 minutes. Everybody gathers together. We all vibe in the mid lane, and we ball up and we push together. And it just, you get so much if it works. You get the mid lane tower, opens up the map like crazy. The catapults just, I think that's one of the things that's changed about Dota over time, is just people have gotten so much better at playing around catapults and timings to push towers. It's really cool. Okay.
I never used siege creeps enough.
Me neither.
I thought
Dude,
I was back then.
one of my friends didn't even know siege creep spawned at 10 minutes until yesterday because we were doing a VOD review after Battle Cup. He was like, listen, man, I just wasn't sure. I knew they would come. I knew they would plop by at times, but I didn't know exactly when. I was like, all right, sick. Now you know. Okay.
Dota players are very mean with that kind of stuff. Anyways, next topic.
Final point of discussion. New Milky Mommy GF Dawnbreaker gets released into the game.
War Mommy.
War Mommy here.
Yeah.
What do you think of War Mommy so far, dog?
I thought
if you say anything other than absolutely busted, I'm like.
I thought it was okay at first.
Yeah.
Not too ridiculous one way or another. Then they applied 8 different ways of buffing the hero at the same time. A couple of days after release, and I looked at this and I thought, looks like Valve is balancing based on win rate again on heroes that people haven't figured out how to play.
Yep.
Curious how they keep getting away with this.
I mean, they kind of started changing it with Hoodwink because, like, it was that whole thing where, like, pros would not play the hero because it wasn't releasing Captain's Ball and there wasn't any point.
Fucking pro players, Dota players are the worst. They fear change. I myself also fear change. I won't touch Hoodwink. The only time I'll play the hero is when I'm on Rubik and I'll steal their abilities that seem really good.
Dude, I haven't played a new hero legit since like Monkey King. Like I haven't really tried to learn a new hero since Monkey King. Like every other hero, I'm just like, yes, they're just heroes. I've learned how to play against them. That's all I need. I haven't played them for real.
One former Dota player friend of mine who came back to the game thinking, oh man, this is so fun. I love this hero. He loads in the game one of his allies. You picked the new guy? Oh my fucking god. That's how Dota players think. We don't want things to change.
Everyone's just a boomer.
We're also really bored.
I mean, we stayed on the same map for like a year. And
everyone was sick of the fucking map.
I was pretty sick of the map. Yeah. But I don't know. I think that hero right now is a little overtuned. Although I guess it doesn't matter to the pros because it's not in captain's mode. But yeah, I don't know. The armor value on her, the base armor value on her is crazy. I don't feel like I can harass.
For some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I can't harass this hero. And then she gets the. I mean, if you know how to use the bonk well. Like, it's such a strong spell. There is some level of skill with
like
the ball.
Like a single lady's, like, lasso going on there.
She has a 3-hit passive.
You don't need attack speed because that thing will just fucking dish out 3 auto attacks near instantly. She's got a farming tool. She can gap close. She can save.
Why does W slow for that long? Like, nobody... I think the old
scream mum and then she'll teleport in and save you. Mommy, a big
gang, do it! My chalky milk, and then she'll come in with the tendies. She'll drop down from the sky, save your ass, dude.
Stuns everybody.
The amount of times, right, where I was like, "Oh, sick, we're gonna get this pick off on this carry, like we're gonna do it." They're like at this health, and then this bitch comes down from the sky, and we do the damage. It goes like this.
Yeah, it's just not changing.
It just doesn't change. And I'm like, why? Why? She's not even here yet. And then she gets here, and then we get, like, wiped because she's super strong. And I don't know. I think, like, the whole... Why does she...
got really big thighs. She's crushing your head.
I mean, you know... Ice Frog knows his audience, I guess. He's doing what... He did what needed to be done to satisfy our... the disgusting, horned out needs of the Dota community. Truly a man of the people. Yeah, I don't know. Hero is crazy. Okay, actually, what do you think is the best way to play her? I don't think she's a 1.
Offlaner.
I agree.
Version 3. Yeah.
I agree.
Seems really good at that. Pharah, like, I think I've seen a lot of games like 7 minutes in. She starts like diving your tier 1 tower. She's got 1500 HP and like 10 armor. You just have to kind of accept that you've lost the game and you can't deal with her.
You can't do it.
Every hero up there to fucking kill her.
You can't touch her, dude. 1500 health and 10 armor. Like, what do you do? She could literally stack bracers and it would just go fine. Like, you couldn't kill her if she just stacked bracers, to be honest. You ran around, like, doing the old Sing Sing build, just running around with 6 bracers, just hitting people. It would work. I know it would work. Deep down, I know.
All you need on the hero is a BKB, and then you can
and then the 4 position in that lane decides, I'm gonna rush Solar Crest because I'm good and I'm innovative. It puts it on her.
Yes, one of the last points that we get to make is Solar Crest is bullshit now.
It is absolute. If you as a support, I tweeted this. If you as a support are not buying Solar Crest every game, you are doing something wrong. You're doing like I think you should have 2. I think you should have one to cast on your ally and the other one to cast on your enemy because they essentially have the items cost for basically barely any change. It's just a crazy fucking item, and it gives you decent stats for yourself anyway. The build path is great. Who doesn't want Medallion? Who doesn't want Crown? And who cares about the recipe? Medallion and Crown are already such good build up items. They're so good. Like, it's incredible. What a great spell. Is Pudge getting nerfed?
No, Pudge was buffed. Was he getting nerfed? Probably not. The only time I've only seen him picked up twice. Crit
popped off.
Yep, crit, and I think it was Gremlow on Arkosh.
Arkosh? Okay, I don't watch lower division, man. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Lower division
Electronic
stuff.
Boys. Oh, then you're not gonna be watching the D2 Hustlers versus Arkosh game that's going to be on in half an hour.
Oh, the promo. Although it won't matter because this is a YouTube video.
Where we will be joined by Neph on the panel.
Neph on the panel, who's done eating pizza and just was discussing mommy girlfriends on another podcast that is
they don't
related.
Need to know.
The well-respected panelist and the upcomer journalist talk about Milky Mommy GF in... that's gonna be my title. That's it. That's a banger title.
Put our faces on it. I can give you like a headshot.
Okay, I'm gonna do a thumbnail.
And, like the thighs of her in the background, like really fucking big. And I was feeling like, oh, maybe you can Photoshop that.
Okay, just do pog faces like that, and I'll just like take your face, and then we'll put the mommy GF here, and then we'll put 729 stuff. Like I'll put a Solar Crest here. I'll put the Windrun ability right here, and it will just go like pog.
Wait, I have a clip I can send you.
Send me a clip.
Better than anything I can.
Sure. Send me a clip. That'll work out. If you have a pod clip, send me the pod clip and I'll edit it and I'll put it in the thumbnail because I need a good thumbnail anyway. It's a good time. When do you have to go, by the way?
Probably like right now.
Yeah. All right. We're good. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to cover anyway.
All right, hold on. I got the clip right here.
You got it. All right.
I'm sure you could. You got like some sort of pog champ.
Yeah, I got your pog, dude. I got you.
Yeah.
We got it. That's a good pog. That's a good pog. I'll put my own pog in there. It'll be a great thumbnail. Very fun making content with you, Neph. Good luck on the panel. Wipe the pizza off your face and be prepared to be professional. I hope you are.
See about that sunshine, so God bless that man.
All right, you'll be good. All right, I'll see you, dude. Peace out. I'll watch your broadcast. Bye-bye.